Okay, greetings, everybody. Hello. I think I'm recording. Let me check. Hello, I'm recording. My name is Lauren Montecon from Montecon Studio in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Every month I put out a free art prompt. You can find it on YouTube, and if you subscribe to my newsletter, you get a free prompt that is written out that is the accompaniment, that's a word, right? The accompaniment that accompanies the YouTube meditation video. It's a meditation, it's also idea generating, it's also a prompt, and it's meant to slow us down and get us into our internal rhythms of creating, where our best work can step forward, our most authentic work anyway. Because sometimes, I don't know about you all, but me, I can get my wheels spinning. And there were many years that with the techniques that I knew from graduate school onward, which was in the 1990s, where I was almost imitating what was popular out there. And and I think it's great to appropriate, to imitate, it's how we learn. But at some point, and I've said this probably too many times to all of you that listen to me, is it could be a little backwards. And what I mean by that is we learn a bunch of techniques and then we find our vision later. I think if we start with our vision, what it is we want to communicate, because there is something you want to communicate, or you wouldn't be wanting to be an artist anyway. And if you play around with that, the techniques fall in place. I think that's what I love about mentoring, especially the individual artist, is really getting clear of what your message is, what are you saying, and how to find the tools and the techniques to support that. So this month, we're the world is spinning out there. It's spinning very quickly, and a lot is happening. A lot's happening at once. I'm going to use the word disclosure. A lot is coming to light, and sometimes our nervous systems have a hard time handling that. I'm going to take, for example, the drones, all those drones that were in New Jersey, and all of a sudden it's become normalized. Well, maybe that's a reason it's happening, to become more normalized. And there are two ways that could be happening. One, with the government getting us used to drones and things flying in the air and things that look like UFOs. Or is it just, I love mystery. I love spirituality. I love everything that is of the unknown beyond in the universe. Maybe it's UFO disclosure that is getting us used to the arrival. Hey, it's something to contemplate. I sort of digressed, didn't I? So, with all this spinning around out there, how do we get back to basics? How do we still maintain an art practice, even if we have, let's say, another job? Children, the news, the state of the world, the stress that's causing. I believe art can relieve a lot of that anxiety, but sometimes we set ourselves up. We say, I am going to, this is what I'm doing. So it's actually don't do as I do as I say. I have a show in June, and I am preparing for that show. So I have all these paintings going on in the studio, and I need to simplify. Like, how do you simplify? How do you get to the basics? Now, one thing I might say to you all is you might say, okay, let's say you do out there have a show or something coming up and you're feeling the time pressure. You can go back to what you know. What images are you repeating? See, back there, there's a painting. It's done. It's called Duende, and it's probably going to go to a separate gallery. So I'm like, okay, I'm appropriating myself. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does work, but I'm making a smaller one over there. We'll see. It might work or not. So for those of you out there that are just maybe even new to an art practice, here's what I'm going to suggest. Getting back to the simple shapes that you repeat over and over. Repetition brings confidence. Simplify, simplify, simplify. If it's just a drawing a day, then do that. If it's 5 minutes, just being with your work, looking at it, then do that. All that matters so you can percolate new ideas. Okay. So I'll have some prompts in the newsletter that you can retrieve. But for right now, I just want you, we're going to move into a meditation idea generating of slowing down that you can return to again and again if you want. I will put in the show notes what minute it is that we start the meditation. Okay. So gently, feet on the ground, gently close your eyes. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together, all the way into your belly. And when you breathe out, let something go. 2 more times. Breathing in and letting go. 1 more time. Breathing in and letting go. Imagine a grounding cord at the base of your spine. And why a grounding cord? This is to anchor ourselves firmly in terra firma, Mother Earth. Because sometimes our ideas are spinning around like a monkey brain, bouncing, especially for all of you, which shout out that might have some ADD. The grounding cord of your own making moves through wherever you're sitting or laying down to the floor, and imagine it. If you can't see it in your mind's eye, just feel it. Is your grounding cord heavy or is it light? As it moves through the ground into the core of the earth, anchoring somewhere into the core of the earth. Everybody has a color that brings a sense of peace. You might not know you have it, but the more you investigate, the more you can tap into the healing vibration of color. You can even notice this when you choose the clothes you put on during the day. You might choose red for more energy or a light blue for a sense of peace. And sometimes we do this unconsciously. So for right now, if you can conjure up a color that just brings a sense of calm. If you can't see it in your mind's eye, just feel into what you imagine the feeling of calm and color might bring for you. Maybe it's like being in a light blue pillow form room on a cloud. Everybody's different. So I'm going to give you a moment to just feel into this color as if you're breathing in the essence itself. As if you can take the color and move it through your body from the top of your head, your neck, your shoulders, into your heart, radiating a peaceful calm down your arms and into your hands. Then moving back up into your belly, your hips, your knees, and all the way to your toes. Can you now bring this color out, expanding like an auric egg a foot in front of you, above you. This color on either side. Set your parameters. Maybe it's a foot out, a foot above you. The color a foot behind you and below you, as if you're protected. Now imagine the feeling of simplicity, organization, flow into anything that you're making or creating. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be a little bit. Is there a form that you can see that you might even repeat if you're a painter again and again in your own art practice? Can you conjure that form up in front of you? If that form had something it might even say out loud of what it's about, just take a moment to listen. It could be just a feeling, or it could be actual words that come to you. Breathe into this. Hold that simplicity of form. Hold any feelings that might come from it. And we'll find ways to work with it this month in the prompt. And now when you're ready, just feel this color as if it's moving into your body and you're just holding it. Where in your body would you place this color? We have in the physical realm 7 chakras. We might even have more below and more above, but for right now, we've got our root chakra. So maybe it's at the base of the spine. Maybe the color wants to move to your sacral, which is right above your pubic bone, or your belly, your solar plexus, or maybe your heart, your throat, or your third eye, which is right between your eyebrows, or the top of your head. Just feel where it might feel most at home right now. And then, as if it's a spinning disc, you want to close it down counterclockwise to maybe the size of an egg, vibrating, allowing for the frequency of color to do its healing work and its calming work, a place that you can return to again and again. All right. When you're ready, gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. Ever so gently open your eyes and take a few things in that you see wherever you're at, your surroundings, maybe 4 or 5 to anchor yourself back in. And as always, find your center calm within the storm. That's what I'm working on. See you next month. Bye-bye for now.